Spot ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum are available not only in America but also in Hong Kong. A total of 6 such products from 4 companies were launched at the end of April 2024. Thus, spot ETFs for Ethereum appeared in Asia even earlier, but are the exchange-traded crypto funds in Hong Kong in demand among investors. Be sure to watch this video until the end as I will compare Hong Kong ETFs to their American counterparts. Please write in comments what you think of crypto ETFs in general, and do you expect Hong Kong to show a different picture with ETF than the USA? First, let's get acquainted with the Hong Kong funds and the companies behind them. It's worth noting that the same organizations have issued both Bitcoin ETFs and Ethereum ETFs. The first company to launch spot exchange-traded crypto funds was China Asset Management Limited. This is a subsidiary of China Asset Management Co., registered in Hong Kong. 2 funds have been launched under it: ChinaAMC Bitcoin ETF and ChinaAMC Ether ETF. Let's briefly discuss each of them. ChinaAMC Bitcoin ETF is traded on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, short SAHK. It can be found under 3 tickers. This may surprise some, but in fact it's quite simple. The first ticker represents the price in Hong Kong dollars, the second in yuan, and the third is in the US dollars. The fund doesn't claim anything unusual in its strategy. The main principle of ChinaAMC Bitcoin ETF is to follow the price of Bitcoin. This is done using the CME/CF Bitcoin reference rate in APAC variant. As of September 17, 2024, the assets under management amount to $134 million. Over the nearly 5 months of trading, the fund has lost 9.5%. There is no pronounced trend here. When trading began, the price of 9,000 HK was $1.034, while at its peak on June 7th, it reached $1.1, which is 10% higher, and its minimum on August 5th, it was $0.7, 23% lower. The management fee is $1 per annum. Regarding inflows and outflows, the most successful day for the first day of trading was April 30th. On that day, the fund received $123 million. On other days, the dynamics were either insignificant or zero. ChinaAMC Ether ETF is not much different from its Bitcoin counterpart. It's also traded on SEHK. The fund has 3 tickers: this, and this. ChinaAMC Ether ETF follows the price of Ether instead of Bitcoin. For this purpose, the CME/CF Ether dollar reference rate in the same APAC variant is used. The fund has $13.71 million in assets. The management fee remains the same at 1% per annum. The fund's shares have shown a fairly strong downward trend during trading. This is not surprising given the decline in Ethereum. Initially, until the end of May, ChinaAMC Ether ETF even grew. At its peak, it was priced at $1.2, which is 21% higher than the opening price of $1 on April 30th. The current price is $0.7, which is 29% lower than the opening. The minimum was recorded on August the 5th at $0.697, which is 31% lower than the opening price. The largest inflow of funds was observed on April 30th, amounting to $20 million. On all other days, the dynamics were extremely sluggish. The next 2 products are a joint venture between the asset management companies Bosera Asset Management Co., Limited from China, and Hashkey Capital Limited from Hong Kong. These companies have 2 funds: Bosera Hashkey Bitcoin ETF and Bosera Hashkey Ether ETF. Bosera Hashkey Bitcoin ETF is traded on SEHK. Unlike the previous funds, it has only 2 tickers: this one and this one. The assets under management exceeds $96.5 million. The management fee here is lower than AMC funds at 0.60 per annum. Bosera Hashkey Bitcoin ETF follows the price of Bitcoin using the CME/CF Ether dollar reference rate in APAC variant. At the beginning of trading, the fund was priced at $6.5, reaching a peak $7.14 on May 21st, which is 10% higher, and at its minimum on August 5th, it was $5, which is 15% lower. Overall, from April 30th to September 17th, the fund has decreased by 9.5%, indicating a general bearish trend. The largest inflow of funds into Bosera Hashkey Bitcoin ETF was on April 30th, amounting to $61 million. On the other days, the dynamics were not pronounced. Shares of Bosera Hashkey Ether ETF are listed on SEHK. They also have 2 tickers: this one and this one. The assets under management amount to $13.5 million. The fund's management fee is 0.6%. Bosera Hashkey Ether ETF follows the price of ETH using the CME/CF Ether dollar reference rate and the same APAC variant. The maximum inflow of funds was observed on April 30th, amounting to $12.3 million. Since the beginning of trading, shares of Bosera Hashkey Ether ETF have fallen by 27% from $3 to $2.5, and its peak on May 29th, the price is at almost $4, which is 18% higher than the start of trading, while at its minimum on August 5th, the price dropped to $2 or 33% lower than the start of trading. The last two funds belong to Chinese asset management company Harvest Fund Management. Their ETFs are respectively Harvest Bitcoin Spot ETF and Harvest Ether Spot ETF. By the way, press thumbs up if you want to see more variety on the ETF market and not just Bitcoin and Ether ETFs. So Harvest Bitcoin Spot ETF is traded on SEHK under the tickers this one and this one. The management fee here is the lowest among all Hong Kong funds at 0.3% per annum. The fund claims to follow the price of Bitcoin using the CME/CF Bitcoin reference rate again in APAC variant. The assets under management for Harvest Bitcoin Spot ETF amount to $29 million. Since the beginning of trading, the fund has lost almost 95% of its value. Initially, it grew at its peak on June 6th. The price reached $1, which is 11% higher than the initial price of $1.36. So the minimum price is recorded at August 5th at $0.77, which is 23% lower than the initial price. The largest inflow of funds was observed on April 30th, amounting to $63 million. Finally, Harvest Ether Spot ETF is traded on SEHK under the tickers this one and this one. So the fund's management fee is 0.3% per annum. Harvest Ether Spot ETF uses the CME/CF Ether dollar reference rate APAC variant. The assets under the management for the fund are around $6.5 million. Since the beginning of trading, the fund has decreased by 28% from $1 to $0.7 on August 5th. It was even lower with a minimum price of 0.69, which is almost 32% of the initial price. The securities reached their peak on May 27th at $1. It is plus 21% compared to the start of trading. The largest inflow of funds secured on April 30th, amounting to $12 million. The following days were marked by nearly zero dynamic. So what conclusions can be drawn from all of this? All funds have experienced a decrease in value. Moreover, in each of the Hong Kong spot crypto ETFs, the best day of inflows was the first day trading, April 30th, after which investment actively completely disappeared. Should we consider the ETF in ETF of Asian companies or a failure, or is it that simple? In fact, it is premature to bury Hong Kong ETFs, and here is why. First, if we look at American ETFs, there are more inflows than outflows, but the funds themselves are larger. Only one US spot Bitcoin ETF is smaller than its Asian counterparts, the fund from Hashkey. However, if we look at its inflows and outflows, the picture is also bleak. Only on August 8th was there any movement. Investors still prefer funds from large, well-known players like BlackRock. Comparing it with Hong Kong ETFs is quite strange, as it is 83 times larger. When it comes to Ether funds, the situation is similar. Only two American funds are comparable in size to the Hong Kong ones: QETH from Invesco and Galaxy from CETH from 21 shares. As can be seen, there is also little activity there. Please write in comments what would you choose, smaller ETF or the huge one like BlackRock. Second, American ETFs offer more variety, different benchmarks, different exchanges. Looking at the ETFs from along, everything seems a bit dull. All funds without exception are traded on SEHK, and all spot Bitcoin ETFs follow the price of Bitcoin using the CME/CF Bitcoin reference rate in APAC variant, while all spot ETFs use the CME/CF Ether dollar reference rate again in APAC variant. The third issue is the fees. The fees in Hong Kong funds are relatively high. Even 0.3% per annum from harvest is a lot. In America, only one spot Bitcoin ETF has a higher fee, GBTC at 1.5%, and another DeFi from Hashkey has a comparable fee of 0.9%. All other funds have lower fees. The situation is similar for spot ETH ETFs. The only higher fees for ETHE from Grayscale at 2.5%. Fourth, it should be understood that the ETH market in the US is itself larger than in Hong Kong. Institutional investors in America pay more attention to exchange-traded funds for cryptocurrencies. The USA remains the mecca of crypto industry. In Hong Kong, there is a greater preference for traditional financial assets. As noted by Bloomberg intelligence expert James Seyfert and Eric Balchunas at the launch of Hong Kong ETFs, the Asian ETF is a success. One cannot simply look at the numbers. The ETF market in the US is 168 times larger than in Hong Kong, so we shouldn't bury the Asian tiger and its investment instruments. So guys, this was Michael today. Don't forget to like, push the notification button, and subscribe. See you next time, guys, and I wish you only successful trading sessions. Bye!